Okay, Megowanen everyone, and welcome to another, well, I guess it's like a couple things, or maybe like a few things in this video. It's an update video. I got, oh, here it is. Okay, I got a package here, and I got this about a few days ago, and I just never got around to opening it. And also, I wanted to give a little review of something that my very dear friend Ayina the Khajiit brought to my attention. She wanted me to check this out, and I did. I checked out about 4 episodes, or 4 or 5 episodes, almost half of it. There's only 10 episodes to this mini web series, and it's called Welcome to the Shadow Zone, and it's on a channel called Nerdiest. It looks like there's only 1 season to this, and it's kind of old. I want to say maybe like 5 years old, 5 or maybe 6 years old. And but I think it's really, really good. But yeah, first, again, I want to give a shout out to my very good friend Ayina the Khajiit. If you don't already know, she does fantastic, super immersive Let's Play videos, much like how I do it, and the people that I watch that kind of do Let's Play videos like from the days of old, going back to guys like Xenak and Nagidal and Gix and people like that, back in the I want to say like late 2000s and like early 2010s was around where I discovered these people. But yeah, she makes Let's Play videos, much like that. There's no fancy gimmicks. There's just her and the game, and she's role playing it and just playing it naturally, and that's it. Much like those other folks. So yeah, I just want to give her another great big shout out. And the other thing, she's just been a very, very great friend to me. She's helped me out a lot, so I just wanted to acknowledge that again, and I cannot thank her enough. She is super, super kind, and it's such a shame too. I mean, I think she's gaining subscribers, which is great, but I feel as if her channel needs to blow up at a much more rapid rate. I think she's around like 160 now, but I mean, I would really like to try to get her to at least 500, and then of course double that eventually. But I think 1 step at a time. Like, let's try to do this in 2 steps. Try to get her to 500, please, 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 and then double that, and then get her to 1,000. So please. So my review for Welcome to the Shadow Zone. I've never heard of this, but it's kind of like a not really like a variety show, but it's basically about this guy named Onyx. I think that's his name, Onyx. And in each episode, he has like a special guest, and always like some kind of hot chick on there. The first episode, and usually these chicks are, there's one girl he has where she's kind of like a gothic girl, and it seems like he has her there a lot. Maybe they're really good friends. There's another girl that's kind of also gothic, and they basically just, there's always a different theme. Like they're talking about movies. Like the first episode was he did an interview with Barbara Crampton, of course the real Barbara Crampton, and talked about her movies and Reanimator, stuff like that, Castle Freak, which I absolutely love all those movies, the Full Moon Productions and everything. And the last one I saw was they were trying to raise some spirit of a witch, and I think her name was Karen. There's also another character in there named Todd, and he's always giving them a problem. Doesn't like, well, wait a minute, because I think that guy is dating that guy's mom, Onyx's mom, and they're kind of sharing the basement, so he uses it to work out and promote his business, and he doesn't like that. I think the guy is also, the guy Onyx, the guy with the black beard and the hat, I think he actually is in a band, a heavy metal band or a death metal band, and he promotes that and showcases some videos on there. It's a very funny show, I think, and I think all of you should watch it. It's only 10 episodes, and they range anywhere from maybe 12 minutes, and I think one of the episodes, the longest, is 16 minutes, but typically 12 or 13 minutes, so they're not exceedingly long. And I'm gonna finish it, of course, because I do absolutely love this show. One little gripe, though, that very minor, I suppose, but I'm not a fan of like censorship, right? So it seemed like the first few episodes was uncensored, so they could swear completely, hardcore swearing, which, of course, it's all natural, so that's fine, that's good. And then it's either like the fourth episode or fifth. I think it started in the fourth, and it seems like it's something that they kept, where they bleep out the swears, and I don't like that. But I feel like it kind of kills the joke or the thing that they're saying. So that's like a little problem I found. But other than that, please give it a watch. It's always something different. The guy has this kind of like a funny, fast-talking personality, and just talking about different stuff. Just funny stuff. If you're like a nerd guy and you like anything like video games, rock and roll, horror movies, just a whole variety of stuff, you are going to enjoy this, I think. So it's called Welcome to the Shadow Zone. Thank you, Aina, for bringing this to my attention. Such a shame that it did not get a second season, or I guess it's a little too late to continue something like this, right? Maybe the guys and they're all too old now to do it. I don't know, because it's at least 5 or 6 years old, so for my review for Welcome to the Shadow Zone, I'm going to have to give this one out of 10. It's been a while since I actually reviewed something, right? So oh god, I'm gonna give it like a 9.25 out of 10. I probably would have given it a 9.5 if they didn't censor it, but because of that, I'll give it like a 9.25, which still, and this is out of 10, absolutely excellent. So please give it a watch. I will put the link to that, which is on Aina's channel. She has a playlist, so I will actually leave the link to her playlist at the bottom here. And while you're over there, please head on over to Aina, the Khajiit's channel, and please hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much. And what else do I... Oh, okay. So I guess I'm gonna get around to... Yeah, sorry about that. I always have a hard time, like, with how to begin these things sometimes, especially if it's been a while since I've done something other than a Let's Play, But, and, it's been a while since I did a review, so... So anyways, yeah, so here, this is something I pre-ordered when I discovered that this was coming out. And... Damn. I have a bootleg of this somewhere. And, yeah. It's not here. There's my bootleg of Doctor Strange from the 70s. Not the new Doctor Strange, but like, I don't know what it was. Was it like 77 or 78? The mid-late 70s film of Doctor Strange. I have the bootleg of that, but I had a bootleg. I have it somewhere. I wish I could locate it, but of this film in here. Okay, so, and it's a Shout / Scream Factory title. Oh, I'm so excited for this one because this is a childhood favorite, along with this other one that I'm going to show that I feel goes along with this film. They go very, very well together. I think they are a smart match, and these are the two that were like my absolute favorites back in the day. These types of horror movies, and every time it would come on TV, I would want to see it like late at night. Okay. It is a Shout Factory, Scream Factory, and I'm really going to try to, because I know, Jez, you've been asking for this, you know, my Scream Factory, you know, collection overview, so I'm going to try to do that. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, God, yeah. Condition is fine. Okay. Slipcover and everything. And 4K and Blu-ray, unlike that Dragon Slayer Steelbook, which was only 4K. Wait, is this? Yeah, it is Scream Factory. Okay. The Haunting of Julia. Come on, this stars Mia Farrow. It stars Keira Delay, Tom Conti, and this little girl. Her character name is, I think it's Olivia, but I don't know. As far as I know, I think she's still living, but she's the one that plays this child in this film. She is a ghost, I will say, okay? She had no one to play with for 30 years, so that sucks, being a ghost and you're like immortal. I'll tell you, you know, she wasn't a very good person, a good little girl to begin with, let's just say that. And she became even more insane, let's just say that. This was like a 1977 film, but I believe it didn't get released for some odd reason until like the 80s, like 1980 really. So people maybe think this a 1980s film, but I guess it was made in 77. Oh. Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Yeah. I was going to, the reason why I wanted to show this. Okay, hold on. Let it focus. Come on. Come on. Just do it. Well, now it doesn't want to do it. Will it only do it with words? There it is. Okay. No, sharp. My toy. Right. You don't know what I'm talking about, but when you see this, sharp. My toy. Okay. And then the seance with Mrs. Flood. Her character name is Mrs. Flood. Oh, I love movies with seance scenes, and that's why, you know, something like Insidious, I think they did it in Conjuring, or one of the Conjuring films, but I know in Insidious for sure they've done it, you know, maybe almost every film of theirs, every sequel they've done, almost, you know. It's almost like they pay tribute to films like this that have a seance scene. Incidentally speaking, the other film I wanted to show, that I'm going to show, that goes along with The Haunting of Julia, also has a seance scene. And this one stars George C. Scott and Jean Marsh from Willow, who played Queen Bavmorda. You know, and I believe it is George C. Scott's wife at the time, and I don't know, Trish Van Devere. I believe that was actually George C. Scott's wife. The Changeling, also a ghost in this one, ghost of a child in that wheelchair, and there's a reason why it's called The Changeling. God, this is such a nice slip. It's like almost iridescent in a way, and it's embossed a little bit with the lettering. That's quite nice. This is Severin, released by Severin, and that one is Scream Factory. But, you know, and this one I got quite a while back. I think my dear friend Toddy Walnuts, quick shout out to Toddy Walnuts and his gaming channel, Surviving the Horror. Big shout out for doing Fallout 76. So please head on over to Surviving the Horror. Subscribe to Toddy Walnuts and Surviving the Horror, please, please. But I think you may recall this, right, Todd? Um, I don't know how many. This was at least like a few years or so ago when this came out, I believe. The Changeling. So when I got news of this one and got it, I got super excited. And I think when I even did a package opening of this, it might have been on another channel. I even brought up, now the only thing we need now is A Haunting of Julia, and I probably showed the bootleg that I have of this. But I guess just a quick synopsis. Mia Farrow's, and she's married to Keir Delay in this, and at the beginning, they're all at the breakfast table along, not her, not this little girl, but their daughter, not her, not Olivia. Okay, that's a different ghost. But their daughter, and she takes an apple and eats it and begins to choke on the apple. And apparently these people didn't hear of the Heimlich maneuver. Heimlich maneuver, or Heimlich maneuver. I know what it is, right? And how you do it. In the 70s, they didn't invent that yet. Are these people, something's wrong with them? But, I mean, she gets the idea to try to perform, and I don't know what you call it, but it's a medical procedure using a friggin' knife. And she tries to cut into her daughter's throat. Prior to that, even the dad, played by Keir Delay, thinks that the way to get the food out is to turn her upside down. He inverts her, standing, inverts her, and he's trying to, like a ketchup bottle, to make the food come out. And then the mother takes the knife and tries to cut out the food from the side. And of course, the daughter dies. It's very early on in the movie. So this causes them to have a divorce. A stupid move on both their parts. Okay? I just, you have to look past that, Well, anyways, I keep pointing here. I'm sorry. It's a habit, having this. It makes me feel more comfortable to hold, something. I better put this down. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Whew. I will drink this to calm a bit of the nerves. I kept this in the fridge, so now it's... Okay, there we go. Oh. Okay. Oh, my. As I was saying, Mia Farrow, they and Keir Delay, they separate, and she goes off to some other, countryside somewhere, some miles away from the husband, and decides to rent out, or did she buy it? But I think she just rented it out, some big mansion, which in The Changeling, there's also a mansion where George C. Scott rented that one out, fully furnished. So he can do his work. So she just wants to be alone. And there she discovers the ghost of Olivia, okay? And she's like seeing her everywhere at a school, seeing her ghost, doing bizarre things like slitting the throat of a kid's pet turtle, just strange things like that. And when I would see these films, The Haunting of Julia and The Changeling, as well as many other horror films, back in the day, that I would watch, things like, of course, come on, Night of the Demons, Puppet Master series, just, you name it, Sea People, or Invasion of the Body Snatchers, come on. I'll try to name everything else, Creep Show, Reanimator, anything horror, but particularly these two, ghost stories and demonic possessions like Exorcist, right? I would always feel safe, just like how the characters would probably most likely feel safe when they're around other people, like in a crowd, because the ghosts and the demons, they wait to get you when you're alone. So, like, there's a part, like I said, the seance, where she was around other people, you have protection. So I like that. I felt at ease. And then when they would leave, and then with the Changeling, he would hold these concerts in that big-ass haunted mansion that, he would stay in, George C. Scott in The Changeling, right? And I would feel at ease, during these times, Tom Conti in the other film became a good friend of Julia Lofting, Lofting, I think was the name, Julia Lofting, and the husband's name is Magnus. The hell, that's like a transformer, right? Magnus, give me the Matrix, right? Open, damn it, open, right? Do-do-dum-bum. Unicron, I now possess that which you most fear. Right. Anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked there. Magnus, right? Ultra Magnus, but no. Magnus Lofting. That guy. Where was I going with Magnus? I guess I just wanted to bring up his name just because his name was Magnus, right? But about Tom Conti's character. When those two would be together and roaming around the house, the haunted house, I felt again much at ease because they were together. It's like Sherlock Holmes and Watson, teaming up, and then when you have to split up and be all by you lonely, that would always scare me. So, okay. Anyways, let's check out these. God, to have this in my hands is. Oh man. Let's see these long-awaited and much desired special features. But look at this quote over here. By Kevin Thomas, Los Angeles Times. Oh God, this coloring. The perfect blending of role and performance with Mia Farrow, either the victim of a ghostly possession or slowly disintegrating into madness. You see? So what could it be? Magnus. There. Magnus and Julia Lofting. Keir Delay, Black Christmas, and Mia Farrow from Rosemary's Baby. Come on, of course. That's another classic, Rosemary's Baby. Another one I would always catch as a child. Probably should not have been watching those back then, but that's okay. Disc 1, okay, is the is the 4K. Disc 2 is the Blu-ray, and we have a new, of course it's all going to be new. That bootleg had nothing, and when it was on VHS, it didn't have any features. All this is going to be new. 2023 4K scan from the original camera negative. New audio commentary with Richard Loncrane and Simon Fitzjohn. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm having a very hard time seeing this. New location tour with Simon Fitzjohn. And is that the director? Directed by Richard Loncrane. Okay, very nice. So we have a commentary with him. A new location tour also with Simon. Oh, must be like the brother or something. And Colin. Yeah, here it is. Colin Towns did a fantastic soundtrack to this. When you hear it, look up the soundtrack to this, the theme song. Okay, just fantastic. Coming full circle, actor Tom Conti, he's here, this is great, recalls his humble horror beginnings. The fear of growing up, actor Samantha Gates on her childhood chills. Could that be Samantha Gates? Would that be Olivia? That does kind of sound familiar, because I've heard, I knew it before, who played Olivia. A haunting retrospective, critic Kim Newman on an underrated ghost story. Yeah, truly very underrated. And I'm sure before this came out, I know there's fans of this and some people looking forward to this and desiring this film to come out for such a long time, but I think most of the populace never knew of this film. An old, obscure, hidden gem, that from the 70s, from 77, and nowadays, they don't see stuff like this or The Changeling. But this is hopefully because of Scream Factory, it gets rediscovered. So, you need to check this out. Keep in mind, this is absolutely slow burn. Don't expect modern day, you know, horror storytelling or pacing or the format. This is truly as much of a mystery and drama as it is, you know, a horror ghost story. It's more of a drama in a way, you know, than a horror film, such as is the case also with The Changeling, you know. So this is another, you know, one that's a hidden gem and probably, you know, lost in the shuffle of time or whatever, right? So, and this again is by Severin. I don't know if you can still get this one, but, you know, seek it out if you can. Look, it's like iridescent. I love that, and I love this slip. So 2 hidden gems with, you know, The Changeling and The Haunting of Julia. So seek them out in the same way that the crew of the Enterprise seeks out new life and new civilization, right? To boldly go where no one has gone before. So anyways, that is it. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm getting around to showcasing my entire screen factory. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. And who would have thought? The same company that put out The Haunting of Julia, as well as all the other ones, you know, put out that Elvira's Haunted Hills. You know, that is also I consider it a good film. I enjoyed that one along with the first Elvira film, but I don't want, you know, I'm not here to waste time talking about that right now. Yeah, so anyways, that is it. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry for the nervousness and the, you know, just the unprofessional format of things. It's just the way that, you know, it's just me, the way it's done, I guess, how I do it. I get nervous. I don't write anything down, and just kind of off the cuffs, you know. I heard that term before, you know, off the cuffs, right? And shoot from the hip. That one I've known already. But anyways, yeah, that's it. And again, please head on over to Aina the Khajiit's channel. Show her much love and support. And again, my quick review for that Welcome to the Shadow Zone gets a 9.25. Do check it out. The description will be down below to the playlist on Aina's channel. So that's it. And see you.